Hello and welcome to this breath practice, lightening the load. So breath can be a wonderful way of quite literally bringing light and vitality into the system of the body, and also body and mind and spirit, but also just taking the weight off life, which can sometimes feel quite burdensome, quite heavy, depending on a whole range of factors. Energetically, how the world is feeling, but also closer to home, what is going on in your day-to-day, be it in work, be it personal, be it family, day-to-day pressures. You can just feel the weight of the world quite literally on your shoulders. So we're going to lighten it with the breath, so that when you step off the mat, you can shrug your shoulders and it won't feel as though you're quite literally, as I said, carrying the weight of the world. So close the eyes and just take a moment to ground, to come to this practice. Just take 3 deep breaths. So expanding the breath. Don't worry if it initially just feels a bit, oof, no, not ready for deep, not ready for a deep breath. I'm still way up here. The intention will already just draw the breath a little bit lower down into the chest. So 3 breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Little sign to the body that and to the mind that you're in the practice, the being that you're in the practice. This time is for you. We're going to take the pressure off. The first practice we're going to do is involving the vayus, the energetic winds that help to balance the systems of our being, mind, body, spirit. Vayu means wind, and apana vayu is downward, a downward wind. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the weights, the worries, the burdens, and we're just going to let them go. Let them drop down into the earth where they can be processed and released. So all you're going to do is you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to move your awareness down the body and visualize, imagine all those worries, thoughts, burdens, stresses, whatever it is that's brought you to this practice. Just feel it moving down and releasing out and away. You can, if you want to, you can use your hands, just flicker your eyes open, you can use your hands to help support that movement, help support the visualization, which can be helpful. Up to you. I'm going to be here for another 30 seconds. What you'll notice that this breath also very cleverly does is, I bet you are elongating your exhale without even thinking about it. Just the movement, that visualization of so you're getting a very soothing benefit to this breath practice as well. So releasing that visualization now, just coming back to a natural breath. We're going to move to the next breath practice of just interrupting the flow of the inhale. It's a great way of interrupting anywhere that we feel stuck. And it also helps us to expand the breath a little. If we're feeling very tense, very tight, very preoccupied, the breath can become very shallow, very short. And also we're just stuck ruminating in mind or in body, anywhere that's stuck. This will help to very easily, very smoothly just release those blockages. So we're going to interrupt the flow 3 times. So inhaling, I'll show you. So inhaling, 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 so that you're almost puffing yourself out like a pigeon. Inhaling. Think of that as just the uninterrupted breath, and you're just breaking that into 3. You can think about it almost as like 3 rings outwards. And then the exhale, you can either do just out through the mouth, through pursed lips, or just naturally through the nose, whichever feels good for you. Sometimes the pursed lips can just really help. It can be really soothing. You're like, releasing, everything is fine. Helps to control the breath and elongate the exhale. So take a lovely inhale and exhale fully out through the mouth to the end of the exhale. Then you're going to inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, and exhale. Inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, and exhale. Continue the breath. I'm not going to guide you because all of your inhale pauses and your exhales are going to be slightly different lengths. So I don't want you to be trying to fit with my rhythm. We're going to stay here for 2 minutes. And just one note, intentional pause rather than hold. So as you're inhaling, pause. Just see if you can float rather than inhale, tense, inhale, tense. Because what we're wanting to do is expand the breath, allow it to feel lighter rather than increasing the tension. And one other note, it's easy to do when you're thinking. I have to check myself. Thinking about a breath practice, you can be really frowning into it. See if you can just gently smile. It helps to shift the physiological state. However you're feeling, even if it's just very slight upturn. On the next exhale, release the breath. Just take a moment to notice and observe how you are feeling after those short breath practices, whether you're feeling just a little bit lighter. We're going to finish with Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. So just flicker your eyes open. You may be very familiar with this breath. There's also a video dedicated to just explaining this breath within the Breathwork classes if you want to take a look at that. But for now, you can place index finger on the forehead, or you can just use thumb, index finger, which is actually what I do. But the index finger can just help to ground. It's on the third eye, and then you can use your thumb, middle finger or fourth. And what you're doing is you're taking an inhale, both nostrils, exhale fully, then closing off the right nostril, inhaling, closing off both, pausing, opening the right, exhaling out through the mouth, exhaling out through the right, inhaling in through the right, closing off both, pausing, opening the left and exhaling. And that is one cycle. So in through the left, pausing, out through the right, in through the right, pausing, and out through the left. And we're going to do that 5 times. It's a very, very simply balancing breath. Both our nostrils represent different energies. The left side being the feminine, moon, calmer energy, the right, the masculine, more fiery. So we're tapping into them both here. So we've released the worries with Apana. We've helped to expand the breath and just interrupt the flow of anything that's stuck, ease that. And then here we're balancing. So this is a really rounded practice for you. So close the eyes. I'm going to allow you just to do this breath in your own time, because you may want to do slightly different pauses at the top, which is absolutely fine. You can do a little micro hold there. But if you do, just remember it's more of a pause rather than an actual hold, more of a floating suspension and then releasing down. 5 cycles in your own time. I will do it too. When you've finished the cycles, and no rush, just take your time, come back to a natural breath, and just notice and observe once again how you feel now, hopefully a little lighter in mind, body and spirit. Bring your hands into prayer at heart center, your thumbs to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today for this practice that is just going to hopefully enable you to spring off the mat, feeling completely light and airy. And you know where you can come back to this practice whenever you need it. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.